Gary Young's vision of changing the world one person at a time lives on through the Young Living Foundation and Academy. And this past year, we crossed the milestone of 1 million lives impacted. Each of those people has a story, and today we will share just a few of those. Stay tuned and learn how you can be a part of this giving community so we can help millions more, one at a time. Hello and welcome to Young Living's podcast, The Wild Drop. My name is Jacob Young, your host. Young Living is the world leader in producing and distributing premium essential oils, and this podcast will provide you with drops of information about Young Living, including stories, history, product information, lots of little fun facts, and even more. Kayla, this is your first time on the podcast. How are you doing today?
I am great. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm really excited to be here.
I am so excited you're here as well because I love these updates on the foundation with everything that's going on because you have so much going on. And you recently, and your team as well, have been on lots of little fun trips, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. We have been traveling the world, some amazing projects. I'm really looking forward to sharing with everyone today.
Well, I am just as excited as well. So walk us through, I guess, let's finish off 2023, right? We're in 2024 now. Sometimes my brain still gets confused. And then talk about now and what we're doing, and then I guess future projects.
Sounds great. Well, my gosh, it feels like 2023 was an eternity ago because we have been busy in 2024. But really exciting. Last year, we hit an amazing milestone as a foundation and something that Young Living as a whole should be really proud of. This whole community has helped us impact over 1 million lives. We reached our 1 million lives impacted mark, which is just such an incredible accomplishment in the past 14 years and 2023, this year, obviously 15. And last year alone, thanks to the support of our donor community, we impacted 218,569 lives. That is over 218,000 people who saw their lives changed for the better in some way thanks to the efforts that we're able to achieve through the foundation. Really exciting stuff.
It's just so amazing to hear those numbers, to know that so many people were a part of that. Even if it came to just simply rounding up, dollaring up on the website and starting at 30 people in 2008, just to think that how much it's grown and expanded from there and just how truly we've changed the world in such an amazing way.
Isn't that so beautiful? And you said it best. All it takes is as little as $1 with those Young Living orders via Dollar Up. Every penny donated to the cause goes so far, thanks to our ability to be, the best stewards of this money that we can and partner with some incredible organizations and a couple of our own projects that are really doing well as well.
Yeah. And speaking of those projects that are doing super, super well, why don't you kind of walk us through what projects we've got going on this year that we plan on be doing for next year?
Ooh, okay. Well, we've got some fun updates from this year. Like I said earlier, my team has been here, there, and everywhere over the past couple of months, starting with a really cool project that's kind of an ode to the giving back ethos that Young Living has had since the very beginning. Thanks to your dad, who really just believed in that famous quote, makes a product for a purpose, not a profit. And that has been very evident from day one. Two of my colleagues, Tyler and Arturo, recently visited Tarahumara, Mexico. And this was a really interesting trip because this was your dad's first philanthropic trip that he did as a part of Young Living back in 2003. He was up in this mountainous, rugged region of Mexico, researching a really interesting indigenous population there, where they were really known for longevity. In this little community, we've got people living to be into their 90s and, hitting their centennial mark into their hundreds even. And your dad went researching why and how, what was their secret. And of course, while he was there, he saw a need for this community to have a school for the children there so that they would have opportunity not only to grow old, but to grow educated. And after a lot of research, deep digging, we found that village. And Tyler and Arturo were able to go and speak to the community and see how that school has transformed over the years. And something so exciting happened in that time. Thanks to that willingness to build a quality education there, they finally have 2 young women, sisters, who not only graduated high school, but are the first in their entire community to be attending university.
Oh, wow.
Which is amazing. And I don't want to speak too much about it because everyone at the convention is going to hear some exciting news for those 2 girls. But it was just really amazing to see the change that even that first project all those years ago has made, 20 years later.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how kind of a ripple effect, just a small drop in the water and just how it ripples out into something even bigger. And to think from all those years ago that we were able to kind of circle back and complete the circle in a way, it's amazing. It's great. I love it. It
is amazing. And it just says so much about Young Living as a whole. And this is why we do this work, is to see the long-term change. A lot of nonprofits focus on going in, fixing an issue quickly and efficiently, and then they kind of move on. But with us, every partnership, every project we embark on has a goal for sustainable giving and sustainable impact. And we're seeing that through so many of our projects. Another trip to Mexico just happened. Myself and my amazing colleague, Michelle Inchiglema, led a service trip down to Chiapas, Mexico. Chiapas is a really interesting state. It's one of the southernmost states in Mexico and also one of the most under-resourced. And the reason is it has a huge indigenous population. So you have a lot of these indigenous tribes living high up in the mountains, far removed from cities, and they just don't have a lot of opportunities to generate income. And we went to one of these communities, and we were there with our partner Escalera to update a couple of classrooms at a high school. So in this area, we've got 97 students attending this high school, and some of them are walking as far as 2 hours each way each day to school. Which sounds like, if you ask your parents, what was your commute to school like? Yeah. They might say it was something like this, but they can't compare to what these kids are enduring just to get to school in the year 2024. So they walk hours to get to school, and they reach their campus, which consists of 3 classrooms, 2 of which are made out of wood. And in these wooden classrooms, the slats are set just far enough apart, about an inch gap between the slats to let the light in because they can't really frame in windows, and windows are expensive. So that lets the light into the classroom. But if you can imagine, especially in a kind of tropical area of Mexico and in the mountains, it's also letting in all of the cold wind and the rain when it rains. And they're dirt floors paired with this. So it just becomes a really uncomfortable environment for a student to learn in. Imagine sitting in class and being more worried about if you are warm enough to focus versus on your studies. And this is a reality that these kids face every day. And so our partner Escalera, we've been partners with them for a couple of years now. They have a really cool approach to keeping kids in school. One of the ways they do that is through Reach scholarships, where they provide enough of a stipend, essentially, for a student to purchase all of their school supplies to keep them in school. And then the other part that we got to participate in is they improve schools and they build new classrooms. So we went in with a team of 11 brand partners and Young Living employees, which was a really fun hybrid, and built 2 beautiful classrooms for these children. And it was just such a cool experience. So I think I mentioned there are 97 students who attend the school, and this structure is expected to last at least 50 years.
Oh, fantastic.
So over the course of those years, they anticipate it's going to touch the lives of 5,600 students from just one week service trip. can have that big of an impact. And just listening to the principal share his gratitude. He commutes, an hour and a half by car each week and stays in the community to teach. And he said, finally, we feel seen, our needs are being recognized, and we are giving to these children something that we couldn't have dreamed of just 5 years ago would be possible. And it took a lot of work from the community, too. They were so thrilled to have a bunch of visitors in the community because that's super rare. And the parents funded and hauled in the materials by hand, no cars. They're carrying in sand and cement to pour and lay the foundation for the 2 classrooms that we built. It was just such a beautiful unification of their community and ours. And for anyone who wants to see the before and after, it is staggering. You've got to check it out. Peek on our social media. We posted a beautiful update from that trip. You can see the classrooms before and what they've got now, and follow along because we'll be really looking forward to sharing more updates that come from that school.
Yeah, the social media posts are absolutely fantastic, especially when you're not always able to be a part. Everybody has so much going on, and I know so many people want to be part of service trips, and it doesn't always work out, which is fine. But that's where kind of the dollar up and some of the other events come into play, is if you can't be a part of it physically, you can be part of it in another way. And knowing that you putting your money towards something, you get to see it. And that's the amazing power of social media, and social media can be used for great. For those of you that would like to see the social media, it's Young Living Foundation on all platforms, no spaces, all together. And yeah, we would love if you tagged along and checked out the posts and shared the posts. It goes a long ways for you to share, especially for, like I said, people that want to see it but can't always be there physically to see it as well. There's so much going on that part.
Absolutely. And a little sneak preview, we're really hoping to open up some very new and exciting service trips for 2025. So if that's something that you're interested in, putting your hands and heart to work with us, we would love to have you join us on a service trip. Again, if you peek at our social media channels and you see a familiar face from a past service trip recap, reach out, ask them a little bit about their experience. It's not just life-changing for our beneficiaries, but also for those who get the opportunity to serve with us. And if it's not the right time for you, or you're still saving up to attend, that's okay. We are not going away with the service trips. They're just going to keep on coming and coming with more opportunities to get involved and to see our farms as well. We're really trying to make this a beautiful young living experience for you. They're a lot of fun. Yeah,
speaking of service trips, we have Platinum Retreat coming up here pretty shortly in Ecuador. And one of my favorite parts is we always have the Platinums help either rebuild, fix, whatever it may be, whether something at the academy or something on the farm as well. And it's kind of a fun little preview into what a service trip could be. Not only are you impacting the lives of children that have had their lives dramatically changed in such an amazing way, but how you can take that and go on another service trip and apply that in so many other ways and in different areas as well. I always call Platinum Retreat the foundation service trip. Because no one really expects to go and work on this, nice retreat and everything. And we're like, no, you're here. You still get to work. So
yeah. And while I don't know exactly what the service project for Platinum will be just yet, I know that last year at Platinum, the attendees started working on the living fence around the Young Living Academy. Mm-hmm. And just a little bit of background about that. So recently, we acquired a lot of land surrounding the Academy's campus, and we purchased that land with hopes for lots of expansion in the future, what to look forward to. And for right now, our security team there wanted to just make a better way to secure the perimeter of our school and the campus sites that it already is. And they suggested we build a fence, just a regular security fence. And we at the foundation prioritize conservation. It is one of our 3 focus areas. But that's also such a big part of the curriculum at the academy is teaching conservation. And so our foundation team down in Ecuador said, well, how about instead of another metal chain link fence, what if we build a living one out of trees? And so the Platinums last year started planting, I think they planted like 2,000 trees to start the project off in just a day, which is amazing. And those trees are already growing. If you've been to Ecuador, you know, it's so tropical. Everything grows. And so what a beautiful way to kind of tie it all together and give back to the earth and give back to the students. So maybe this year they will be finishing the fence at Platinum, but no matter what they're doing, they're so thoughtful with those projects to make sure it really does touch
such
lives.
A fun time too.
It is. And it's so fun. Yeah. Everyone, you know, kind of gets a little down and dirty in the dirt, but everyone leaves with a smile, not just from the service, but really getting to know the students of our academy. They are incredible. But our sponsors, especially those who sponsor students, when they get to meet their child for the first time, oh, it gives me chills. There's really nothing like it. It's such a beautiful experience.
To see the kids so appreciative and so grateful with such gratitude is honestly the best and most rewarding part. And it's always so fun to see, you know, the sponsors come right off the bus and see all the kids come charging. And it's like, my dad always joked when the kids would start running out, he's like, stampede. And it's just so cute and so endearing to just see how appreciative and grateful they are, and the parents as well.
Yeah.
Because it's, like I said, it's truly life-changing for them, especially when I know the statistics have slightly changed, all because of Young Living Academy. But in years past, when the academy first started, that the graduation success rate was only 13%. And because of Young Living Academy, that number has actually gone up just because of our 100% success rate with the graduation. So we are changing the statistic
truly
every year, which is amazing to see.
Truly.
And just to see a lot of these kids who want to succeed and have an even higher education to university as well, which is just so great to see. And I've loved it. So.
Oh my gosh, it is. Perfect timing. I actually just got back from Ecuador on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I was there last week working with a videography team at the academy to tell the story of one of our recent graduates, Alexander Torres. He graduated in 2023, and thanks to his academic performance at the academy, and also thanks to some help from our D. Gary Young Global Leadership Fund for Higher Education, he is receiving a scholarship to attend medical school at the most prestigious university in Ecuador. And we got to follow him around. He showed us around his campus and the med school, the simulation lab. It was wild. But before we went to his campus, we got to spend some time with him on his old campus at the Young Living Academy, watching him walk the halls and and follow in the footsteps that he had done a couple years prior. And what's so beautiful about Alexander's story, which you'll get to see in our upcoming video, we also got the chance to sit down and speak with his parents. His father is, he actually drives the school bus for the students at the academy. And he was sharing with us about how he graduated high school years before, which was great. You know, we love it when anyone can graduate high school. Again, that statistic that you shared, it's good. We've got a pretty low graduation rate in Shangon. There's a lot of reasons to drop out. So making it to high school is a tremendous accomplishment. But Robert really wanted to pursue his dream of becoming an attorney. He wanted to be a lawyer. But graduating high school was a big enough financial pull on his family that he simply didn't have the resources to attend university. And now he is watching his son live his dream. A little different, though, because he's going to be a doctor. Alexander wants to hopefully end up a pediatrician.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, and work with kids, which is beautiful. And Alexander also has two younger brothers, Yoel and Eric, that are currently attending the academy. So we got to chat with them a little bit too and hear more about how they look up to their brother as such an inspiration in in what can happen. And all three of the boys and their parents all said the same thing. Thank you. Thank you to our children's sponsors who are making this dream possible. Our academy is 100% funded by donation dollars, and that is many thanks to the sponsors who are supporting each student for $75 a month, and also to all of our other donors through all of our other avenues of giving who really make this possible. And at our academy, which is our flagship project, our first project that started our foundation in 2009, but following the school since then, we are watching generational change unfold. We are seeing our graduates achieve incredible things. We've got another student at that school, Paulina Ponce. She's studying dentistry, and we've got another one studying law. I mean, our students really are the future leaders of Ecuador. And circling back to Robert, who drives this beautiful new school bus that, of course, we did a fundraiser for to purchase that bus. And you know how it has, a lot of buses have the scrolling marquee that tells you where the next stop on the bus is. Mm-hmm. That scrolling marquee says Young Living Academy, Future Leaders of Ecuador.
I love that.
So every time the students get on the bus, they see that reminder that that's them. They can do it. They can dream and they can achieve. And it's all thanks to our donors around the world who believe in them.
And thank you all so much for being part of that. So you truly all make a difference. I know some people are like, oh, I wasn't able to donate so much like I did last year. And it honestly doesn't matter what you donate. The fact that you are simply doing it is what makes the difference. So thank you all so much for doing that. Thank you for being a part of it. And I know, at least for me, on some of the service trips that I've been and some of the sponsors that I have as well, it's a truly rewarding feeling. It's kind of hard to explain what that feeling is like, and it's something you have to experience for yourself. But it's an amazing feeling, and no one can take that away from you. So
No. And coming up in September, we are heading back on a service trip to Ecuador for our first family service trip. Sorry, everyone. Applications for that closed just a couple weeks ago, but this is why you should stay tuned to our social media, subscribe to our newsletter and our email updates. We always share shares to give you that opportunity to apply. But this trip is going to be really fun. It's our first family service trip where we've got mothers and fathers bringing their children to meet their, as they call them, my sponsor siblings, their peers down in Ecuador, and they'll be working on planting that living fence. That's and awesome. Just connecting with the students. And they'll be there for the Young Living Academy Olympics. So there's going to be fun and games. And I just know there will be happy tears and laughter. It's going to be a really fun week.
It's going to be a great time.
And this Absolutely. Is just one of many, many opportunities to come. So I can't emphasize enough. Subscribe, follow, like, share. We'd love to have you serve with us.
All the above. Yes, indeed. Well, we talked a little bit about fundraisers, and we have fundraisers coming up here very, very soon at convention, as all of you may know. We recently had an episode with Lisa AC talking about how one of the really fun events that we have going on in convention with all the other thousands of different events that are going on is the pickleball tournament, which is the Young Living fundraiser for the year, the foundation fundraiser for the year. I am very happy that I will be keeping my hair this year, even though I've really enjoyed kind of experiencing the world of being not necessarily totally bald, but at least buzzed to some extent. So during the summer, it is very rewarding. Your body cools itself naturally by like 10 degrees with losing all the hair, so it's great. But I think it would be kind of great if you shared a little bit more information about the pickleball tournament. I know not everybody understands pickleball yet, but it is making a huge ripple in the world of sports and just fun. And so I'm really excited that we're doing this as the fundraiser this year. It's going to be so exciting. Some of you will get to play against Joseph and I. I think my wife's going to play against me. She's a little mad that Joseph is my partner. So I feel like she's got kind of a personal vendetta against me during the tournament, but we'll see.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad you're excited because I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit it, but I have not hopped on the pickleball train yet. I have never played, despite everyone I know talking about how much fun it is. So maybe you'll have to give me some pointers, and
Absolutely.
I may have to sign up for the beginners tournament, which includes a little pickleball how-to to teach me how to do it. So we will be having 2 different pickleball tournaments, something for everyone, from me all the way up to the pros like you. So our first tournament, like I'd mentioned, is going to be for our newcomers to pickleball, or if you haven't played in a while and just want a refresher and honestly to have so much fun and move your body for a great cause. So we'll do the beginners tournament, which will also include a little pickleball lesson to kind of get your feet wet. And then we'll also be having an intermediate and advanced tournament, which of course, Jacob and Joseph are going to be competing in. So if you are a great pickleball player and you are feeling confident and you want to go head to head against Jacob and Joseph, you've got to sign up. You've got to sign up for that. Registration just opened a week ago. So jump in there, get your spot before they're gone. Availability is limited because it is a tournament. So if you want your chance to face off the young brothers or Kate, or watch Kate and Jacob have a little marital battle in a friendly way on the pickleball court, you've got to sign up. You won't want to miss that. And for anyone who's going, I prefer a little more of a laid back and relaxed approach to getting involved at the convention, we've also got yoga for you. 3 mornings of yoga so that you can wake up, stretch, and again, move your body for a great cause. Taught by Ed Daly, who, if you don't know Ed, well, that should be reason enough for you to sign up for yoga because he is incredible. In honor of our 30 years at Young Living, he's going to be teaching the 30 essential yoga poses for a healthy mind and body. So those are 2 amazing ways to get actively involved. Do you see what I did there?
I like it. Well done. Well done.
And for anyone who hasn't registered for the convention yet or is going to be joining us virtually, there are some other great ways to get involved with a low barrier to entry. Because again, we've talked about today how any donation of any amount can really do a lot of good through our foundation. So some of those fundraisers to look out for: a donation of just $10 a month, just $10, can plant 10 or more trees, Palo Santo trees in Ecuador. Or $35 a month can provide a child rescued from human trafficking with the counseling sessions that they need to rehabilitate and rebuild their lives and get some really critical care. So these small amounts every month go a long way, and that is something that anyone can do from anywhere in the world. So stay tuned. We'll be posting more about that on social media.
So to kind of sum it up for convention, what are some key details people need to know, as well as where they would need to go to register for the tournament?
Yes, for anyone celebrating their competitive spirit for pickleball, you will simply head over to the convention registration page. If you're already registered, you can sign up in your attendee portal, where you would add on any of the extra sessions that the incredible events team is offering for this convention. In that section, you'll see pickleball and yoga. For anyone playing pickleball, it's just $100 per team. And that's whether you are participating in the beginner tournament or if you're going to go more in the intermediate advanced tournament, $100 for your team. And I should say, have some way awesome prizes for the winners of both tournaments. So not only will 100% of that $100 registration fee make a huge difference through the foundation, but you also might win some awesome prizes. So if you're playing pickleball, make sure to leave a little extra room in your suitcase for your convention products and your prize. And then for anyone interested in joining us for yoga, same thing. You can add that in your attendee portal. We've got 1 day of yoga for $75, and that will include a nice yoga mat. And if you'd like to sign up for all 3, it's really the value deal. It's $125 for all 3 days. And if one of the days you want to sleep in, that's okay. It's still $125 if you only come for 2 days. But both really great ways. And same thing with yoga. 100% of the proceeds are going to the foundation to make a huge impact.
Absolutely love it. I know for me, I'm not the best early morning person. And so if I were to do yoga, which I might still do, I'd probably sleep in and then do my morning yoga stretches getting out of bed. But
not a bad way to do it.
And Ed is fantastic with all of that. We've had Ed on the podcast a few times. So if you'd like to check out his wealth of information and everything he has to share, you're more than welcome to do so and check his few episodes out. But he is a great teacher. So you will not have a hard time learning all the positions there are to learn in yoga. He makes it really simple, very straightforward. Anyone can really do it, whether you're flexible or not. So,
oh yeah, he's got some headstands and handstands on the list. And I know if anyone can teach someone as uncoordinated as me to do a headstand or a handstand, yeah, he is to be trusted. He is just amazing. So don't miss out. Register today. Space for both events is limited, so make sure to secure your spot before someone else does.
Absolutely. Well, we really appreciate everything that you've shared. We're so grateful and proud and amazed by the work that the foundation has done, not only this last year and this year, but in all the time that the foundation has been around. And I would just kind of love it if you shared one of your main reasons or kind of one of your main whys as to why you feel the foundation is so important to you and why the foundation should matter to everyone else and why people should help in any way that they can.
You know, that's a really beautiful question. And for me, the why is as simple as, you know, I'm just one woman in the world. I'm just one gal. And sometimes it can be a little bit tough learning or, you know, figuring out where do I begin? How do I really actually make a difference in the world? I'm just one person after all. And I think getting over that mindset and realizing it only takes one person. And even if you can only help one other person, that is enough to ignite a chain reaction of love and giving. And if I can do my part to help just one person, for me, that's a day well done. And, you know, I've been with the foundation for almost 6 years now. In fact, my 6-year anniversary will be during the convention.
Fantastic.
So come celebrate with me in the expo. It's always a fun party for my annual anniversary at Young Living. But in all seriousness, every morning that I get to wake up and do this work and share the stories about the impact that all of our incredible donors are helping make possible, that fuels me. You know, we go through good days and hard days, but every day is a meaningful day because of the work that we're doing with the foundation. And that's thanks to everyone else out there who woke up and said, you know, I'm just one person, but today I'm going to dollar up, or today I'm going to apply to serve and I'm going to bring my child along, my 8-year-old son. And that 8-year-old son is going to be inspired and he's going to grow up with a new perspective on giving back. And then he might go and teach his children. It's the ripple effect that just one person can have. That's my why. Just to get up and do it, do something good.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you for everything that you do, your passion, determination, dedication. It's great to just hear it and feel it, and love that you're part of the team, and everybody that's a part of the Young Living Foundation team is just so amazing and has so much to offer and so much to share with the world. And you guys are a fantastic team, so you represent Young Living really, really well. I'm happy to work alongside with you guys on the fundraisers and do crazy things for you guys as well. So it just makes it so great and so rewarding, and love every bit of it.
Oh my gosh. And really, I'm so fortunate. Our team really is amazing. But we couldn't do this work without you and without Young Living, who believes in us and supports us and funds all of our administrative costs so that we can put the donation dollars where they're needed most, impacting lives, and to our donor community. It's everyone's efforts who make an impact. So if you've ever donated to the foundation, give yourself a pat on the back. And if you haven't, you can visit younglivingfoundation.org and then make a donation and then pat yourself on the back, knowing that you are really doing some good in the world.
Yes, absolutely. It all starts with all of you. And to your point, Kayla, you don't have to feel like you're alone in a sense, or that you're just one person. How can I possibly do anything? I mean, look at my dad. He was just one person in the very, very beginning, and look at everything that he was able to accomplish just by kind of ignoring that fact as well, and making sure to live life on the edge and not let fear control his life. So thank you all so much for everything that you do. Your support is always greatly appreciated to the foundation. We can only do what we do because of all of you as well. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Kayla, and thank you to the foundation team. And until next time for the next wrap-up, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Till next time. One more thing before we end. We talked a lot about convention, and I hope to see some of you on the pickleball courts when we get there. You can also see the podcast live. We will have our normal booth at the expo where you can come by, say hi, ask questions, maybe leave your testimonial as well. But also we are doing 3 live shows. You can get tickets to see the Wild Drop live, where we will have some of your favorite podcast guests sharing stories, insights, and plans for the future, all from a live stage with me, your host. We'll see you there on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which is July 17th, 18th, and 19th. We can't wait. And thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Wild Drop. Remember, you can listen on iTunes, Spotify, on YouTube, and our website at www.youngliving.com. Don't forget to oil up Young Living family. This is Jacob Young, dropping out. Take care.